Jack discovers that his neighbor Andrew has hanged himself. He promptly contacts Detective Mayhul. Upon examining the scene, Mayhul concludes that this is not a suicide, but rather a murder. What led Mayhul to believe it was murder instead of suicide? Upon investigation, he notes that if Andrew had indeed hanged himself, there would typically be a table or chair beneath him. However, there was nothing present to support that theory. This raises the question, how did Andrew manage to hang himself? The investigation then shifts to identifying the murderer. Mayhul learns that 3 friends attended a party at Jack's house the previous night. He calls each of them in for questioning, along with the clothes they wore to the party. Ethan states, "Sir, I hosted a party at my place last night. After everyone left, I went to bed." Lucas mentions, "Sir, Andrew left the party early. I'm not sure what happened after he departed." Noah adds, "Sir, I also went home after the party." Mayhul listens attentively and observes the 3 friends closely. He quickly deduces who the murderer is. Can you identify the killer? The murderer is Noah. Upon examining Noah's shoes, Mayhul finds candle wax stuck to them, which matches the wax found in Andrew's room. This indicates that Noah visited Andrew's house after the party, revealing that he is lying. Mayhul arrests Noah. Now let's move on to the next case. A businessman's son, Ryan, is kidnapped during a friend's birthday party. Mayhul is called to the scene and arrives promptly. He asks, "How did your son get kidnapped in the middle of the party? Did you notice anything unusual?" The father replies, "My son was sitting at this table. Suddenly the lights went out, and when they came back on, my son was gone." Mayhul inspects the table where Ryan was seated and discovers a tissue paper with some symbols on it. He is puzzled by what Ryan might have been trying to communicate. Mayhul questions 4 friends, William, Jackson, Alexander, and James. He asks, "What were you doing when the lights went out?" William responds, "I was at the bar getting a drink." Alexander says, "I was on a phone call." Jackson claims, "I was dancing." James states, "I had gone to the washroom." After listening to their statements and examining the clues, Mayhul figures out who kidnapped Ryan. Can you identify the kidnapper? The kidnapper is Jackson. The note found on the table contains symbols of a guitar and a sun, which together spell out Jackson. Ryan was indicating Jackson's involvement. Mayhul swiftly arrests Jackson and rescues Ryan. Next, we have a scenario where 5 friends, Priscilla, Julia, Jack, Victor, and Nina, decide to play a ghost summoning game. They gather at Priscilla's house at 11 p.m. While playing, they attempt to summon a mummy spirit. Suddenly, the lights go out. When they return, Priscilla is found murdered, causing panic among the group. Nina contacts Detective Mayhul. He asks, "Did anyone witness anything?" Julia claims, "It was very dark, but I'm certain the mummy spirit killed Priscilla." Victor states, "I only heard Priscilla scream." Jack says, "I have no idea. It was too dark for me to see anything." Nina adds, "I was so scared that I closed my eyes." Despite their statements, Mayhul finds no leads. He then reviews the camera footage. After watching it, he turns off the lights and deduces who the murderer might be. Can you guess who committed the murder? Mayhul noticed in the footage that the mummy's shoes were glowing in the dark. When he turned off the lights, he observed that Jack's shoes were also shining. This indicates that Jack was the mummy. Mayhul arrests him. Moving on to the next case, Mayhul receives a call about a girl committing theft at a bank. Upon arriving, he sees a girl openly stealing. As he approaches to intervene, she warns him, "Stop right there, Mayhul. I'm wearing a bomb jacket. If you try to stop me, I'll detonate it and we'll all die." Mayhul inspects her bomb jacket and realizes it's not real. Why does he think this? He notices that the timer on the jacket is stopped and has been showing the same time for a while, indicating it's fake. Mayhul apprehends the girl. Next, Rachel returns home from a fair with her family only to find her house has been robbed. She calls Mayhul for assistance. Upon his arrival, Mayhul carefully examines the house and asks Rachel if she suspects anyone. She replies, "Yes, sir. I suspect my servant and 2 neighbors." Mayhul summons all 3 for questioning. The servant states, "Sir, after finishing my work at Madam's house, I went home." Henry claims, "I was resting at home. I have no idea who could have robbed the house after they went to the fair." Thomas says, "I was partying with my friends. I don't know anything about this." After listening to their statements, Mayhul quickly identifies the robber. Can you figure out who it is? Mayhul realizes that the thief is Henry. He deduces this because he never informed anyone that Rachel went to the fair. How did Henry know? This indicates he is lying. Mayhul arrests Henry, who then confesses to his crime. Next, construction work is ongoing at Benjamin's house. Benjamin invites his friend Detective Mayhul to see the house the following day. When Mayhul arrives, he discovers that Benjamin has been murdered. Mayhul conducts an investigation to find Benjamin's killer. He learns that only 4 people lived in the house: Benjamin, his friend William, and 2 painters, Michael and James. Mayhul questions each of them about their activities at the time of the murder. James, the first painter, says, "I was busy with housework." "I don't know who killed Benjamin." Michael, the second painter, states, "I went out for tea. When I returned, I found Benjamin murdered." William claims, "I used to live with Benjamin, but now I have my own place. I had an urgent meeting, so I was at home on a conference call. It's been months since I last saw Benjamin." Mayhul listens carefully to their statements and examines the crime scene. He deduces who the killer is. Can you guess who it is? The evidence lies in the paint on William's shirt. It matches the paint used in Benjamin's house, which is also on Benjamin's pants. This suggests William lied about not having seen Benjamin for months. He must have been at the house. Mayhul arrests him. Now let's move on to the next case. On the day of a prominent leader's son, Jimmy's birthday, he is murdered. The leader immediately contacts Detective Mayhul. Upon arriving at the scene, Mayhul interrogates those present but finds no evidence. He then carefully examines Jimmy's body. Jimmy left behind a hint. Can you think about what that hint might indicate? There is red color on Jimmy's side, which could be pointing to the murderer's identity or perhaps the color of their clothing. 3 individuals at the party wore red: Michael in a red t-shirt, Emily in a red dress, and David in a red kurta. Mayhul is now uncertain about who the killer could be. He questions all 3. Michael says, "I don't know anything, sir. I was just enjoying the party." David claims, "I haven't even met Jimmy, so I have no idea who could have killed him." Emily states, "Jimmy was my good friend, sir. Why would I kill him?" Mayhul listens to their responses and examines a photo from the party. He realizes who the killer is. Can you identify the murderer? Jimmy's killer is David. In the photo, David's pants appear white, but now they are black. This suggests he changed his pants after getting blood on them. Mayhul arrests him. Next, Mayhul receives a parcel containing a note that reads, "I have planted a bomb to explode in a city in the United States. Stop me if you can." The note includes a clue. Can you determine which city is referenced? Mayhul recognizes that the note cleverly spells out New York City by combining New plus Y plus ARC. He promptly informs the New York police, who apprehend the suspect, who admits it was merely a prank. Such jokes can be perilous, and the police arrest him. Moving on to the next scenario, while pursuing a thief, Mayhul reaches a rooftop, but cannot determine which way the thief has fled. He carefully surveys the area and discovers a clue. Can you identify what clue Mayhul has found? He notices several dish TVs on the roof, all directed southeast, except for one that is misaligned. Fresh leaves from a nearby tree are scattered on the ground, indicating that the thief must have collided with this dish TV while escaping, causing it to shake and dislodge the leaves. When Mayhul looks up at the tree, he spots the thief hiding above. Mayhul apprehends him. In the next case, a policeman suspects a foreign man and arrests him. The man claims, "I am a Hollywood actor visiting Rome." He then shows the policeman a scene from a Hollywood film. Upon viewing it, the policeman realizes the foreigner is lying. Can you deduce what the policeman observed in the scene? When the actor falls, his hair should be blown upwards, but it remains still. This indicates that the scene was artificially created. The policeman apprehends him. Finally, a well-known journalist is poisoned with tea at a cafe in Nairobi, leading to his death. Wanjiru and Kamari arrive to investigate. There are 3 suspects, one of whom is lying and is responsible for administering the poison. Listen carefully to their statements. "I was in the kitchen when the journalist arrived, and Mr. John was making tea. I left and don't know what happened afterward. I was serving tea. I gave it to the journalist. He seemed normal to me. After that, I attended to other customers. I was making tea. I checked the ingredients. Nothing was expired. I saw manager Joseph enter the kitchen, which is unusual for him, and at that moment I went to the washroom. Who is lying? Quickly comment your answer. The cook's job is to prepare food, and the waiter's role is to serve. If either had done something wrong, they would have been caught immediately. The question arises, why did the manager go to the kitchen? When he entered, the cook went to the washroom, giving the manager an opportunity to do something illicit. When Kamari confronts the manager, he confesses to his wrongdoing.